Good morning, Periscopers. This is Samantha, and Saturday is day 13 of my personal Periscope challenge, and I'm here to talk about a really serious topic. Good morning. Good morning. Um, well, welcome. I hope you've had a great week. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. Please share this scope with your friends. It's going to be an amazing scope. It's going to be kind of step on some people's toes this morning, but hopefully it'll motivate and encourage and inspire you to do much better. So you're not a failure in life, but you can learn how to go for the goal, just like our Olympians are doing. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Tap the screen for some hearts. If you appreciate what I'm saying, if it's resonating with you, if you are just, even if you hate what I'm saying, you still tap the screen. Um, I am coming to you this beautiful Saturday morning and from Atlanta, Georgia. Where are you from? I've been doing the scope for 13 days and I've met a few people, but I don't know where many people are from. So if you'd like, go ahead in the comments, just tell me where you're from, and then we will get started. Welcome, 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 everybody. Thanks for being here. Today, we're going to talk about the 5 reasons why most people are failing in life. And I'll share a couple things you can do to stop failing. And it's going to really basically be the opposite of the way people are failing. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Samantha Gregory. I am, hi, from Houston, Texas. Awesome. Nice to see you. How is it in Texas? Is it humid? Is it hot? Is the weather cooling down for you? How's it going? So yeah, here in Atlanta yesterday was pretty warm, and I had an interesting day yesterday. Customer service, that's like one of my biggest things in my life, going to different companies, patronizing different companies, paying my money, and then to get horrible customer service. Yeah, that's a no-no for me. So yesterday, and this is not what the scope is going to be about, extremely hot. Yes, so it was extremely hot here too. I'm sure maybe not as hot as in Houston, but yesterday I've started ordering my groceries. So back in the day, people used to say that, at least people where I live, they're going to go order their groceries. And so Walmart, they have this grocery pickup service, right? So I ordered my groceries yesterday morning around 8:30. So I do it online. I get everything in my cart, and I book a time to pick up my groceries. So I booked it for between 3 and 4. Called me at 2:30 yesterday saying they're running late, the system was down, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, cool. So I didn't think it was going to be more than an hour late, but it ends up being about 3.5 hours late. So needless to say, I ordered at 9:30 yesterday morning, didn't get my groceries till like almost 8 o'clock last night. So I wasn't very happy about that. I called 3 times. I left a message. Nobody got back with me. It was crazy. And then I had a problem with my phone, and I'm with T-Mobile, and I called and talked to them, and they were like, okay, well, we'll fix it right away. And they fixed it right away. Total difference. So that was my interesting moment yesterday. So, but today, that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm going to be talking about the 5 reasons why most people fail in the game of life. And it's really interesting. So, if you've been watching the Olympics, you know that some serious gold has been won by Team USA. Woohoo! Right? So Team USA is they're getting it right. So a lot of people, we're sitting on the sidelines and we're watching and we're cheering and we're watching all these Olympians, these athletes do some amazing things, but our life is pretty much a failure. That's not cool. So let me tell you about 5 reasons why, and the reasons why I know is because I've been through these things. I know that this is what contributed to me failing in life, but I had to flip it around, turn it around, and now I'm winning. Who wants to win? Put a 1 in the comments if you want to win. If you want to win, put a 1 in the comments. And then tap the screen if you really want to win. So what's the number one reason everybody wants to win? Absolutely. So the first reason that most people are failing is because they want to be entertained. Now, the Olympics is entertaining in and of itself, but everybody wants to be entertained. Nobody wants to be the entertainer. Some do, some don't. Most don't. We want to sit back. We want people and life and everybody else to entertain us so we can have a good time, so we can always be, feeling emotionally up and on top of the world. But the reality of life is we can't always be entertained. People are not going to always entertain you. People on different periscopes, they're very entertaining. They're very up. They're very hype. And people want this. And I get it. Because in life, with everything, dealing with everything, day issues and problems, we just want to have something fun that we can, fall back on. But for many people, this is like a constant 24/7 want to be entertained. And that is just not the way to go. Because you're never going to be a participator. You're just going to be an entertainer. Be entertained, and then life is going to pass you by while you're waiting for someone to entertain you. And that's the fifth reason. And so I'm going to kind of go backwards. The fifth reason, you want to be entertained. The fourth reason is we're more of a consumer than a producer. So if we're consuming all the goods, all the services, and we're not really producing anything, then we really can't win. You're going to fail mostly because you're going to be spending up all your money. You're going to be putting your time and effort into working for someone else so you can spend more money. And then the next thing you know, you have nothing to show for in your life. So being a consumer versus being a producer, being creative, contributing something to society, that causes most people to fail. And that's not a good look. So what can you do? Well, you can find your purpose. When you find your purpose, you'll find that you become more productive in your life. You'll find that you'll become more creative. You find that things start to go so much better for you. And it's like amazing. But if you spend your time being a consumer more than you are being a producer, then it's hard to deal with life and to be successful. And you're not winning. Okay? So that's number 4. Number five was we want to be entertained all the time. Number 4, you want to be a consumer. Number 3 is the entitlement mentality. So I have a lot of friends who are teachers, and they complain, and they're challenged every day by parents and students who have this entitlement mentality, and you see it in the media, you see it everywhere. People think that they are entitled to just everything in life, and they're not willing to work for it. We're supposed to automatically give people respect instead of it being earned. You're supposed to automatically move out of the way on the road because they're trying to get somewhere. You're supposed to give them whatever they think they want or deserve, but they haven't put forth any effort or earned anything. The same thing in relationships. People aren't willing to be giving. They aren't willing to be kind and loving, but they want their people that want to date or significant other to bend over backwards and give them everything, but they're not willing to do anything in order to contribute and to earn. And so this entitlement mentality is rampant. And I think part of that, and it's sad to say, is, I don't know if it's this generation or 2 generations back, I'm not really sure where it started, but working hard, paying your dues, starting at the bottom, that has just about completely gone away. And people get offended if they can't start at the top, if they can't be number 1, if they can't, win without any effort or work on their part. If Simone Biles, if Gabby Douglas, if Michelle Carter, all these are women who have just won gold in the Olympics. If they had that mentality, they wouldn't have won gold. They would still be sitting on the sidelines. They'd be at home eating their popcorn, watching the Olympic Games. Instead, they went out. They worked hard. They practiced for hours and hours and hours on end, and they didn't look for anything to be handed to them. They earned every single bit of what they have received. And it's amazing that they've done that. So If they had the entitlement mentality, they wouldn't have won gold. That's exactly what I'm trying to teach my team. Exactly. If you have to teach them early. You have to teach them that there are consequences for every action. And if they take no action, they're not going to get anything. If they take deliberate action, they're going to get the thing that they're after. And so until and unless most people get out of that entitlement mentality, then they're going to get it. And as parents, we have to, I know we want to, and we love them so much. We want to give them everything, but that's not the best thing for them. They have to learn to work for certain things. They have to learn the consequences of their behavior. We can't rescue them and give them everything. We give them some things because as parents, that's what we're going to do. But to give them everything without allowing them to learn different lessons in life, they develop that entitlement mentality, and they think that they own the world, they rule the world, and that the world is at their bidding. But that's not true. And then we're producing adults who have that mentality, and that's even worse, because then we'll have a society full of people and that's okay. When you learn better, you do better. And that's the key, do better, because you have that knowledge now. And then as our children grow up and as we teach these things to them, then society gets better. And we have to remember, these are people who are going to be running the world, running corporations, running offices, running everything. And if they don't learn these lessons early in life, they're going to have a tough time later on. And it's going to be horrible. For them, it's going to be pretty bad for society and the economy and for government. And so there has to be a shift in how they go through life, right? So that entitlement mentality pretty much has to go. So that's number 3. Number 2 is we want to stay on the surface level. Nobody wants to go deep. Everybody wants to be chit-chatty. They want to be just know just enough to get by, but nobody is really willing to go deep. And when I say go deep, I mean really learn a topic for all it is. Discover and learn about other people more. We're so surface with people. We don't want to get to know them. We want to just know about them. We want to know of them, but we don't really want to know them because it takes effort. It takes energy to get to know people. It takes effort. It takes energy to get to know about a topic or to become an expert or to be more than surface level with everything in life. And until we're willing to go a little deeper, to get past the surface, then we're going to continue to lose. We're going to continue to fail because we won't know enough about a topic or a person to really be effective and to get the full benefit of it. So if you want to keep losing, keep doing that. But if you want to start winning, learn your craft. Learn about other people. Learn what it means to read a book. I mean, if you don't want to like reading, get some audiobooks. Do something, but learn a lot more than what we're learning. We are in such a microwave society. We want everything fast, 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 but we're not willing to be a slow cooker and to really let the juices and all the flavors marinate and really get in there, and so that we become an expert at something. Whether it's an expert in your job, an expert in a sport, expert in a topic, expert in business, expert in your spouse or your significant other, we have to go deeper, people. And until we do that, we're going to continue to have unfulfilling and very surface experiences. And you can't do that. If I'm going back to the gymnastics, I'm going back to Rio, going back to the Olympics. If those athletes had not learned how to go deep in their craft, deep in their area of expertise or their sport, they would not win gold. You cannot win gold if you're not willing to go deep, if you're not willing to do the work, if you're not willing to practice, if you're not willing to discover every single nuance of what it is you're doing. That's the only way to win. But if we just want to stay surface, if we want to just get just enough, if we want to just know just enough to be dangerous, then we're going to fail more every single time. And we're not going to get to where we want to be. And speaking of gold and goals, that's the number one thing. People are not setting goals for themselves. We're just letting life happen. We're just living life through our circumstances. We're just, it's crazy how it's all playing out in the world these days. When the people who are the most successful, the people who are on top, the people who you go to for a job, they've set goals. People who you're going to their business and you're being a consumer with, they've set goals, and that's why they're where they are right now. That's why they're winning, and that's why most people are losing, because they are not willing to think about, clearly define, and then write down their goals. And until you do that, you're not going to win. You're going to be forever losing. So what's your goal? What is it? Have you thought about it? Are you willing to take some time to really, truly figure out what it is you want? And here's the thing, the phenomenon that happens. For people who don't know what they want, you're going to get what other people give you. And often that is not what you truly need and want in your heart. That's not what you desire for yourself. And so be willing to take some time and think your goals through. Think about what you truly want. Think about the end of that, your life. What kind of regrets don't you want to have? And in order not to have those regrets, you'll have to set some goals. You'll have to really think it through. So we've gone over 5 reasons that most people are failing. And so just if you can't just come in on the replay, then you can go back to the beginning and you can kind of see. But I'm just going to go through what it is. The 5th thing is most people want to be entertained, and that's really all they want to do. The 4th thing is most people are consumers instead of producers and creatives, and so they're not contributing much to society. A lot of people have an entitlement mentality, and by having that mentality, they think that the world owes them something, but the world doesn't owe you anything. The 4th thing is the surface level living. We're not willing to go deep. All we want to do is just know enough to be dangerous, and that's it. And then finally, the first thing is no goals. You don't have any goals. You're not willing to sit down, think about your life and what you want. We have a lot of wishes. Ooh, I wish I had that car. Ooh, I wish I had this. Ooh, I wish I had that. But you're not willing to create a goal and then think about all the ways that you can reach that goal. And until you do that, you continue to lose. You won't be a winner. You continue to fail, but you don't have to live that way. I'm an example of that. For a long time, I was letting circumstances happen to me, letting life happen to me. I was being a consumer. I thought somebody owed me something. I was sitting in front of the TV for hours on end, wanting to be entertained, instead of being a producer and a creative. I was surface. I mean, really, that's not my nature. I like going deep, but the things that I needed and wanted in my life in order to take me to the next level and to help me to win, I was just being surface with. And so that wasn't working for me. So I had to make some shifts. I had to turn some things around. I had to rethink my life and really get to the place where I was going deeper. I was turning off the TV, because right now it's like my TV is hardly ever on, ever. And I love creating things because I'm a natural creator. And so I started creating more and started giving more. And I saw that my life was so much better. It was so much more fulfilling when I started to make those shifts and changes in my life. So you may be asking, well, how do I do that? How do I stop failing and start winning? Well, you can get a whole lot of books and you can start reading. You can allow some life experiences to take you to the edge and be ready to fall over, or you can get connect with someone that's been there, done that, and can help walk you through that process with a proven formula to help you go from failure to success, to go from doubling your income to and finding the love that you want. It's so crucial that you make that decision, though. And if you don't make the decision, if it's not something that you're really hungering for, then you're not going to really do anything past watching this Periscope. But I hope that you want better for yourself. And if you do, connect with me at samanthagregory.com or on Facebook at facebook.com/SAGregory, and let's connect. And let's figure out how to get you to a place where you're winning hard, not failing hard. You know, it doesn't have to be that way. So for those of you who came in a little late, my name is Samantha Gregory. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I'm a life coach, and I'm a mentor. And I love helping people figure out where they want to be. Discover your life print. And the life print is almost like your fingerprint. We all have a unique fingerprint. We're all unique. But we're trying to be clones of other people. And so I help you discover how to be your best self, how to discover who that is, and start living that out so you're always winning. You're never failing, but you're being your best self. And the more you get to know yourself, the more successful you'll be, because you'll be the only person on the planet who's like you and who's living out your life in a way that's amazing, that can contribute to others, and that will help bring the next generation into a greater level of understanding of who they are as well. So let's connect. You can go to my website and get the free training. It's a stress management training series, and I'm also putting up more trainings in the future. So you want to definitely connect with me, get on my mailing list so I can share with you all the new things that's coming out, from having more confidence to going from gold to gold, and to just win in life in general. So are there any questions? Do you have any questions for me? Do you want to know how to get out of an entitlement mentality, how to become a better creator, how to go deeper in life rather than staying on the surface of life, how to set goals? You know, let's chat about that. We can do it now, or you can just connect with me privately, and we can definitely get you on the path to living your best life and discovering your life print. Okay? So take care and have an amazing Saturday. I hope your day is wonderful, and that you'll come back to see me tomorrow morning when I talk about another hot topic. And wish you the best. Take care.